Hi, welcome to Yo Tarot and welcome to this pick a card reading where we are asking for guidance and messages from the universe. And for this reading, we are using Uri Geller's oracle deck called the Extraterrestrial Oracle. Alright, so let's take 3 of these then. I have pile 1, pile 2, and I'll take that one for pile 3. Okay, right, so pile 1, you have ear, authentic listening. Pile 2, you have lovers, unconditional love. Pile 3, you have moon, light in the dark. Okay, so very, very different cards, I think. Take as long as you need to decide which one of the readings you feel most drawn to. And of course, you can watch more than one reading. You can watch them all if you wish. I'll leave the camera running for just a little while and then I'll see you in your readings. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So you have chosen ear, authentic listening. And it would seem that the universe is asking you to pay attention to something, to focus perhaps on what's going on the inside or the outside, or perhaps both. It's asking you to really switch off the chatter and all the thoughts in your mind and really take the time to maybe sit still in some peace and quiet and listen to what's going on inside or outside in the world, in your world, without any interference of your thoughts coming in. So let's get you some more oracle cards, and I am going to list these in the description. Okay, so one of these, and one of these. Oh, okay. Despondence. Right, actually, let me move these over a bit. So despondence is an indication that you may be feeling a bit stuck in a situation. You might not even be able to put your finger on quite what is making you feel that way. Maybe a little bit dissatisfied, and perhaps this is why you're being asked to sit and really just listen to yourself and your feelings and what's actually going on around you. So you have metal rat, beware of projection, and you have healer. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I do feel like there's some healing coming in, and I'm sort of drawn to how both of these cards are of the same sort of shades of purple. So with this metal rat as well, there's definitely a very strong message here of needing to switch off the inner critic in yourself and really take the time to listen to what's really going on, what you really want, your true self. I am picking up here that you are very self-critical. And there could very well be a need here for some self-reflection. Again, it's pointing to taking the time out to sit and really think about what you want and how you feel about things, perhaps how you respond and react to things. You know, there's definitely a need here to remove yourself from a situation or a person or people to actually sit and reflect about what it is that you truly feel. And I think when you can work out what you feel, then you will have a much better idea of working out or being able to work out what you want. And I think that then will enable the way for you to heal in this situation. I actually feel that you're feeling quite stuck and almost a bit helpless. You could be putting some of that blame onto other things in your life or other people, and actually, in fact, it's something that you have the ability and the power to do something about, because there's definitely something here about taking action. And actually, you taking responsibility and taking action is what will change the situation, not what other people do. Of course, I'm not saying it doesn't mean that other people aren't contributing in this situation, but what I'm saying is you can only really take responsibility for your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. And I think that's what you're being asked to do. So let's get you some tarot cards. Okay, we got one out straight away, and we got the Nine of Wands here. Yeah, it kind of feels like everything has been getting a bit too much. And you know, this is obviously a general reading, so I think really I can only explain the energies here, because this could actually be, I think, like I said earlier, a situation that you're in. It could be with regards to people or a person, or even how you feel, really. And I think this situation seems to be proving to be quite challenging. And it feels like it's been going on for quite a while. Now, the Nine of Wands is actually indicating that you are able to solve this situation. You have the strength and really the courage to get out of it. But I do feel like there is a tendency for you to perhaps not deal with it, maybe because of outside circumstances, which I'm sure are happening, in the sense that there might be things getting in the way, delays, and just really annoying blockages and things like that, you know, the things that life throw at us. And I think it's making it harder for you to find the determination and motivation. I think that's what it is. But you really are being asked not to give up with that Nine of Wands, because you are very close to the finishing line. That's the feeling I'm getting. And I think if you could almost break this cycle of letting things on the outside get to you and holding you back, then I think that's where the great healing will take place, because it's quite an achievement. But let's get some more tarot. Let's get a card for the Metal Rat card. And I'm going to take that one. And you have the Seven of Wands. So, yeah, I mean, again, it's really saying that you've got to keep moving forward. You've got to keep going towards what it is that you're trying to achieve. And you are not to let anything stop you from doing that. And in fact, this situation may actually be turning out to be a little bit more harder, if that's the correct way of saying it. It's turning out to be harder than you had first anticipated, and maybe you are doubting whether you really have got the strength to keep going. I mean, you're being told that you need to keep going. So let's keep going and get you another card. You have the Eight of Swords. There's definitely a feeling of being stuck. But I think this is about fear. And this Metal Rat card is about fear. And it's about letting fear get the better of us. And it's very easily done when we're feeling worn out and tired. And we've been dealing with struggles, you know, even maybe one struggle after another. You know, there is a sense of here that you may be on the verge of giving up with this situation. But like I say, you are definitely being told here not to give up. You're very close and you need to keep fighting for what you really want. So let's get you a card for despondence. And you have the World. Look at that. Beautiful. So this is amazing because this is exactly what you need to hear. This cycle will close. And I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck. The Six of Wands. You are going to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve here. This is success. This is reward. And, you know, along with the World. And look, they both have this victory wreath here. Yeah, you really cannot give up on what it is that you're trying to achieve. Whether it's, like I say, your environment, whether it's how you feel on the inside, or whether it's people around you, situations around you, whether it's irritating blocks, whatever it is, don't let it get the better of you. Clear the negative chatter from your mind. And if you are feeling fearful, then just accept that you are feeling fearful and take action. You know, it feels like it's one of these situations that you need to face the fear and, you know, just do it anyway. That's exactly how it feels. Because what the Eight of Swords is telling me is those fears that you have are actually, they're unfounded. And I mean, that doesn't mean to say that there aren't some things to get over. But what it means is you're imagining them to be far worse than what they actually are. But look, this World card and this Six of Wands, I mean, the Six of Wands is probably my favourite card in the deck because it means that you're going to achieve exactly what you want to achieve. Yeah, and I really think that the healing taking place is the ability to get yourself out of that feeling of being stuck in a rut, whether you're deciding that you're not good enough or you don't have the confidence or you don't look right or whatever it is that you're saying to yourself. You need to remove that, reconnect with what it is that you really want, and quite honestly, keep going because you are so very, very close. Okay, so pile one, let's get you some clarifiers. So can we have a card please for pile one for the Nine of Wands? And we have the Moon. So look, yeah, the Moon represents uncertainty and insecurity. And I think that's really what's holding you back. One way or another, you're doubting yourself. And maybe that's because the situation's gone on for too long or for quite a while, you know, or, you know, it could even be just somebody's silly remark may knock your confidence. And quite honestly, just the not knowing of whether something's going to work or how it's going to be received, it, you know, it can let the doubt set in, and, you know, you really are being asked just to ignore those thoughts and ignore those feelings. Yeah, and I mean, I was going to say, look, you can do this pile one, and yeah, look, you can. You have the World card, which is signifying completion. Yeah, you are going to achieve this. Oh, okay, and we have the Five of Wands here, look, with the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I mean, look, the Five of Wands signifies some form of competitiveness. It's very possible that you're trying to achieve some kind of milestone here, and perhaps, you know, you're not quite there because it's a competitive area, or it could be, like I said before, it could be people around you causing you some stress, in the sense I always see as well with the Five of Wands as being delays as well in things. You know, say when, you know, when something doesn't work properly that you really rely on, or I don't know, it could be somebody cancels an appointment, it could be your internet not working, those kind of things that are just mildly irritating, but obviously they build up. But don't let this make you think that this means that you're not supposed to do it. You are supposed to do this. You are supposed to keep going. 100% you are, because I mean, it doesn't get any better than the World and the Six of Wands. So let's get you another card. I'm going to take that one. And you've got the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles could represent you, or it could represent somebody around you. And it's the energy of Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo. And it represents some form of stability, and quite often it's financial stability. So you could be a manager of some sort, or you could be someone who has their own business or striving towards having your own business. Or this could be your own manager, perhaps, that maybe you're trying to impress them, or maybe you're trying to be seen by them. You know, but ultimately, whether it's you or them, you are going to achieve this, because actually the King of Pentacles is a card of achievement. They achieve financial security. This could very well be connected to your career or your finances. You know, and I actually feel this King of Pentacles is very skilled and very talented. And that's what I think you need to remember about yourself. Yeah, don't doubt your talent. Don't doubt your skills. All right, so let's get you one last card. Let's get a card then, please, for pile one for the World. And you have the King of Wands. Oh, no, I'm putting it there. The King of Wands. I was going to put this there. The Fool. Wow. Oh, beautiful. Honestly, this is amazing. This really is how you should be feeling, the Fool. Quite literally, without a care in the world and just going for it. Taking a big leap, ignoring all the negative thoughts in your head that's telling you that you can't do it. Being bold, being brave like the King of Wands, and just going for this. Taking action, taking that leap forward. Because when you do, like I say, you have the Six of Wands, you have the World card. It's amazing. You really don't have to be worrying, and you really don't have to be fearful. You know, I feel like there's actually a new dawn up ahead for you. You've just got to get over this last hurdle. It may not feel like a last hurdle because this has been a bit of a journey, but don't give up right at the end stage because of somebody else or because of outside influences that you probably can't control. They are not a sign to tell you that you shouldn't be doing it. You really do have the skills and the talent, and that you should be bold and take action. I feel there is a real call from the universe for you to take action. I think this is an amazing reading, Pile 1. It really is. Remove the uncertainty. Don't worry about the uncertainty. That's the one thing the Fool doesn't do. They don't worry about the things that they don't know about. Your outcome with the World card and the Six of Wands means it's going to be an absolutely brilliant success. Pile 1. I really hope that you have found some value in the reading. And of course, if you have, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. All the best with your situation. You are going to make a success of it. Please take care, and I'll see you again. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So you have chosen Lovers, unconditional love. Now you're either about to or you have met a soulmate of some type. Now of course it could represent a friendship, but of course it can also mean a romantic relationship. So let's get you some more cards. You have Metal Rat, beware of projection. And it's interesting because Pile 1 had this card as well. And I think I might have even done these cards round the other way in their reading. You have Grounded. And let's get one of these. You have Miracle. Wow, how amazing. You know, I'm really feeling that this is quite a specific message, really, because it does feel like this is regarding a relationship. Now, it could obviously be a friendship as well, but like I said, it could be that you've just met somebody or you're about to, and there's a real feeling here that you're almost questioning this as to whether it's too good to be true, because it is a bit of a miracle that you've met this person or you're about to. I'm kind of sensing that there's a bit of insecurity around you. You know, you may even be thinking of not getting involved with them because you don't really trust their intentions. Well, I'm sensing that their intentions are good, and I'm sensing that perhaps insecurity is sort of clouding your decisions at the moment. In fact, there's a feeling here with this Grounded card that you might be feeling a bit confused, a bit uncertain, a bit unsure, a bit insecure. And this Metal Rat card is almost saying, don't project those onto that person. So what I'm getting is that you could be somebody that has experienced some quite hurtful relationships with people in the past, something like that. You're fearing that this would just end up like one of those. Or it's something like you had a bad experience, and because of that, you felt that your own judgment was in question. You know, you thought you knew what this person was about and you didn't. And maybe you feel like you can't trust yourself again, and you fear that that's what's happening here. But actually, with this Miracle card, you're being told that you're very good at recognizing authenticity. But I think because this almost feels like it's too good to be true, there's a sense of confusion around you. And I think the universe here is asking you to take this slowly and to quite honestly ground yourself. Perhaps some meditation will help you to do that, and some time to reflect on what's really going on here. Because I almost feel that this Metal Rat, be aware of projection, is you projecting your insecurities onto that person, and you're somehow analysing their behaviour because of the way that you feel. inside. But we are going to get some tarot. So let's get you some cards. Can we have a card, please, for pile 1 for the lovers? I'm going to take that one. And you have the Knight of Cups. Well, look, you definitely have a invitation, a love invitation coming in with this Knight of Cups here. I mean, this could be the very beginning. Perhaps somebody's just asked you out on a date. But this person definitely has romantic intentions. You know, this is the type of person that could absolutely sweep you off your feet. And maybe that's what's happening here. For some of you, I feel like you've been mistreated in the past, or even deceived in the past by somebody, and it makes it very difficult to let people in. And quite honestly though, if you're going to block out things for fear of getting hurt, then you're going to miss out on so much. So let's get you a card then for the Metal Rat. And you have the Death card. This is an opportunity for a new beginning here. You need to clear any thoughts and behaviours from your past. You need to remove those. This is a fresh start for you. It's a new beginning. And I think you need to treat this new person as a new person, not as the person from a previous relationship or relationships. And of course, this could even be with friendships as well. You know, it's very possible to be very let down by anybody and to feel hurt. Okay, so let's get you a card for the Grounded card. Take that one, and look, you've got the Six of Swords. I feel with the Six of Swords, you're ready to move forward now. And I think it's also an indication and another confirmation that this isn't the same as what you've experienced before. Because the Six of Swords is all about leaving troubled water behind and moving towards a more harmonious situation. This relationship that you've either begun or about to begin isn't the same. It feels as well you're ready for this. You are actually ready for this. In fact, I would go as far as to say this is exactly what you want. And that's probably why it's making you feel so nervous, perhaps. You know, and it's perfectly normal and natural to feel that way. You know, for some of you, actually, there may even be some sort of travel with this person. Okay, so let's get you another card then. Can we have a card for pile 2, please, for the Miracle card? And you have Strength. Yeah, you know, you do have the courage for this. You know, you've really got to be brave and put everything that didn't work out or who wasn't right behind you. And on the bottom here, you have the Two of Pentacles. And I feel that the universe is telling you to take this slowly. And the Six of Swords has a slow energy to it. And of course, the Six of Pentacles as well is talking about keeping things in balance. For you, the best thing is not to rush in. Take it slowly, one step at a time. Feel your way through this situation. It feels with this Death card as well, very, very transformative for you. So let's get you some clarifiers then. Can we have a card for pile 2 for the Knight of Cups? And you have the 2 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so really this is just reaffirming that you're not sure what to do about this. You're not sure whether to go for it or to pretend that you don't feel that way even, or, you know, that you haven't noticed that this person feels like this about you. It's like you don't actually want to face this, but you know you're going to have to, because you know if you actually want to have a healthy relationship, then you're going to have to do something about it. You're going to have to give it a try. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling here with this 2 of Swords of do I, don't I? Which way do I go? What choice do I take? Do I accept their invitation? Do I go out with them? Is this what I want? You know, it just feels like there's a lot going on in your mind, but you're not actually taking the step. And again, that's why this Strength card is here. Okay, so can I have a card, please, for pile 2 for the Death card? Okay, thank you. Wow, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Well, this is an indication of a new beginning, a new opportunity opening up for you. You know, something that you could start that can blossom into something really successful. I just got that. This could even be with somebody at work. And there also could be something here where you're debating really whether you have time for a relationship, because maybe you are juggling quite a few things here, and perhaps you've been concentrating on your career as well, and again you could be fearful that it could get in the way. But I can't help but think that this is just a golden opportunity. So let's get you a card for the 6 of Swords. You have the World. Beautiful. So look, you are going to resolve this one way or another. And again, actually, with this coming here, there could be some travel involved. And that could be why the Ace of Pentacles is here as well, because of the money for the travel. You know, maybe they've asked you to go on holiday or something like that. But a successful conclusion is coming, and with it, there's happiness and joy and a real sense of completion here with this. Okay, so let's get you one last card then, pile 2. Can we have a card for the Strength card, please? Oh, gosh. Let's take that one. The Knight of Pentacles. Taking it slowly. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Devil. And I think really this Devil is all about insecurities. It's about, do I get involved in another relationship? Is it going to end up like the other relationships? Is it going to work out? But it's like I said in the beginning, the universe is telling you to take this slow, which is always good advice anyway. It's very easy when we're swept off our feet. We don't evaluate everything properly. And I think if you take it slowly, keep everything in balance in your life, then I think this looks to be working out in an absolutely beautiful way for you. And not just that, with this Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles also represents commitment and stability, and I think that's what you've got here. It probably is a miracle. It feels very, very solid. It's lovely. So, pile 2. I hope this reading has resonated. Like I said, it's a very specific reading because it's either about somebody you've just met or somebody you're about to. And it's just making you feel just a little bit uncertain because of perhaps of what's happened in the past. But the universe is saying, take it slow and allow it to unfold naturally. I wish you all the best with this situation, pile 2. Please don't forget to give the reading a thumbs up. Please take care, and I'll see you again. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. So you chose Moon, Light in the Dark, and this card indicates that something needs to be uncovered. Something needs to be looked at. Now, it could be something within that you haven't dealt with, perhaps, but it could also indicate something else. And we're going to get you some more cards to see if we can get some more information. Let's get one of these. Oh, you have good fortune. And then let's just get one of these. Oh, hold on. You have impasse. And that's interesting because this is kind of indicating that something's not really been working out or something hasn't happened yet. And I think what you're being asked to look at is doing something differently or a change of direction. But it's connected to good fortune. So you're not giving up. You're not giving up on something, although it may feel like that to you. And that might be what you need to go within and uncover. So let's just see what we have here. We have metal sheep, foresight and careful planning. And the metal sheep as well is a card of being able to see things as they really are. So it would seem that you are doing something that you might have been ignoring or not acknowledging as not quite working or not happening. And it feels a bit like now is the time to see that. And I think that's what that impasse card is all about. This is about wisdom as well, using your knowledge and your wisdom. And so is this metal sheep. This is also about using your own resources, your mind. And you've got this fortune card, which is actually a major blessing from the universe coming in. And I think that's what the universe is asking you to do. It's asking you to shine light on this and really have a look at this, even if it's not really quite what you wanted to do. Because something's coming in that's going to enable you to achieve what it is that you want, just not quite in the way that you had thought. It's going to work out very successfully, but you need to sort of go back a little bit to the drawing board and perhaps replan how you're going to get there. But this is not giving up. This is not losing sight of your goals. This is just about doing it in a different way. But actually, I am also feeling that this is going to be better because you've got this good fortune card here. And I think, you know, you are being guided to use your wisdom and your experience to recognize that something needs to be done differently here. So, pile 3, if there is something that you're trying to achieve and it feels like it's being blocked, I actually feel it's being blocked for a reason. It's being blocked because there's something better, or a better way, or a better outcome for you. Okay, so let's get you some tarot cards. Can we have a card, please, for pile 3? For the moon card. I've had to cover this up, obviously, for YouTube's regulations. Now, normally I've put stickers on my cards that have got any nudity on, and I had forgotten that I hadn't done it to this deck. So yes, this is an indication that there's a decision to be made. Now, it could be regarding a relationship, but if it's not a relationship, then it is a big decision, and it's this decision about doing something in a different way. You know, it feels like it could be something that you've known deep down, but you haven't really wanted to accept. And now the universe is saying, look, this is not going to happen this way. Shine some light on this. Look at a different way forward. Replan and make a decision to do it. Okay, so let's get you a card for Metal Sheep. And you have the King of Rods, the King of Wands. It's interesting because the King of Rods is not really, for me, the most detail orientated of the kings. They're quite impulsive and they have big ideas, and they don't really care for the small details. They know what they want and they just want to go for it, and that's fantastic. And I think you're probably that type of person. And I think what you're being asked to do here is to keep that amazing, creative, enthusiastic energy going, but actually to look more at the finer details as well. Don't be too impulsive. Don't take too many big risks. Don't do too many things without having planned first. And then I think you're going to have this perfect combination for the way forward. But you know, the King of Rods can also be an indication of now being the time to actually take action towards the new plan as well. But we will further clarify that in a minute. Okay, can we have a card then for pile 3 for good fortune? What is this good fortune that's coming in for pile 3? And you have the moon. Interesting. I think that this moon being here is about trusting your instincts and accepting perhaps that at the moment that's not being revealed at this moment about this good fortune. And I think you are going to need to move forward here in a slightly more controlled manner than you normally would. Again, really reflecting on the fact that you may well be used to being bold and not worrying about those finer details, not thinking about how you're getting there. And of course, this is exactly what you're being told to do. And I think you're going to have to maybe tread carefully in the sense of just, you know, slow down and take your time here. Don't rush in because you haven't got all the facts yet. You haven't got all the information. You will do, but you haven't got it just yet. But like I said, we're going to get some more clarification in a minute. Okay, so can we get a card then for impasse for pile 3? It's kind of making me, I'm kind of baffled by this moon here, and perhaps maybe you are as well. We're a bit baffled as to perhaps why this isn't working, why it isn't moving forward. Okay, and you have the Two of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords. Now, it is quite funny, actually. Pile 2 had this, but that really was a relationship reading. This might be a relationship reading, but it's not wanting to look at this new direction. And I think really this is what the universe is saying. You've got to look at this new direction. Don't keep ignoring this situation. And I think as well, with the Two of Pentacles, that's keeping that balance, not getting too ahead of yourself, not being impulsive, but taking your time, going slowly so that everything flows, really. But there's definitely something here about a new direction. It's just really about when you're going to implement it, really. Again, it's like I said, I feel that you've known this really deep down for a while. So everything really is pointing to something that does need to be dealt with, a new direction, a new way of doing something, and a decision really to do it. Almost like a facing up to it. Okay, pile 3. Let's get you some clarifiers then. Can we have a card for the Lovers? And we have the King of Swords. And I think this is all about your wisdom. This is about you being wise. This is about you being strategic, setting out a plan. And I think it involves really your ability to use your logic, your reasoning, your previous experience, your wisdom, and let that rule over your need for creativity and impulsiveness. There could be some communication around this as well, with the Lovers here as well. I mean, both the Lovers, I think the Lovers is Gemini, and the King of Swords, you know, this is air energy. This is about wisdom, intellect over everything else. Let's get some clarification for the King of Rods. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. You know, this is a very practical energy. It's also a very abundant energy as well. You know, I feel that this reading is connected to your security of some sort, whether it's your finances. I mean, it could be to do with your home, but there's sort of a feeling here, something unexpected, something unforeseen in a way has occurred, and it's definitely time to do things differently. You know, economically around the world, things aren't brilliant, and perhaps this is about balancing the books for some of you and keeping things stable. Sort of feel that this could even be referring to a budget of some sort, you know, so as to prepare for what's to come. You know, it's almost as if it could be like the profits aren't coming in, or, you know, you haven't achieved the targets quite as you had hoped, and you're just needing to tighten the finances somehow. Okay, let's get a card for the Moon. Whoa, we got here, we got a couple. Oh, wow, brilliant. I'm feeling like this actual, I don't know if facing up to it is the right word, but it does feel like here there is a reevaluation, a reassessment, a decision being made, and it brings success. And I think, you know, this is what this is all about. This is really about facing up to something. I know I keep saying that and then thinking that I shouldn't say it like that, but it is. Doing things differently. And sometimes that's not easy. If we're used to doing something a certain way, or we had our hopes set on a certain thing, but by doing this differently, by planning, by being careful, you make a success of it, because you've got the Six of Wands, and that's a card of victory. It's a card of success. It's the outcome that you want. All right, so let's get you one last card then. Pile 3. Let's get a card for the Two of Pentacles. And you have the Two of Pentacles. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I'm telling you now, there is something really quite auspicious around the corner for you. And it's all about keeping things nice and balanced, not rushing in, not making these quick decisions, not being too impulsive. And I sort of can't help but look here with this girl sitting on the top here and the sign of Aquarius. Because again, I feel like it's indicating this sort of air energy of using your intelligence, being clever with this situation. And again, looking at this as well and thinking, this guy down here is next to the sign of Leo, which is the King of Rods. And obviously, I'm not saying it's not great to be impulsive and do things in a grand, bold way, but I think that is what you're being asked not to do. You're definitely being asked to use caution, really, and calculate your next steps, because when you do that, honestly, pile 3, this is looking amazing. You don't know this yet, but you have good fortune, a double dose of good fortune coming for you. You just have to take a slight detour or a new direction, and you are going to achieve quite possibly more than you had hoped for. It's a beautiful reading, and pile 3, I really hope that it has resonated for you and has been of some help to you. If it has, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. All the best with this situation. Take care, and I'll see you again.